It is time for the Mountain Dew ARCA Series to head to Charlotte, North Carolina. We're here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the running of the Whisky River 150. Jake West in the 20 has won the pole for today's race. Who's outside second is the 69 of Roger Ray. Then in third is Charlie Davenport, fourth is Kashawn Richardson, and rounding out the top five is Landon Lyons in the 78 car. Then sixth it's Joe Sandrovich, seventh place is Jason Larker, eighth is Zachary DeLello, and ninth it's Nolan Rempel, and our points there, Zach Winkle 188-point lead. He rounds out the top 10. The rest of the field, there's Jaden Jacobs, who's outside Colin Teague in the 0 car. And with Nicholas Valdez with Greg Graff in the 300, with Danny Bright and Edwin Mendez. And we have Benny Watson and Juan Garcia, with Trey Rainey and Derek Bouchard. And we have Sky Commons and Keegan Thompson. Behind them, Evan Hunter with Tyler Fink. Then there's Luke Rainey and Luke Jones, with Mateo Montoya and Mark Owens in the 43 car. And with Jose Mills and Silas Orta, with Mathis Wells and Marshall Burrow. Then Sebastian Kukulan and Ryan Breimer second in the point standings, with Riley Spurleytube and Julius Anderson. Then Will Parrish and Stephen Thompson, James Ellison and Christian Vargas, and in 41st, Trey Wright in the number 34 car. There is our 41 car field for the Whisky River 150 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's go on trackside and fire the engines up for racing here in North Carolina.
Drivers, start your engines!
And 41 cars roll off the starting grid here in Charlotte to go racing for the 7th Mountain Dew ARCA Series race of the season. Zach Winkle scored his 5th top 10 in 6 races last race at Atlanta, extending his points to 188 over Ryan Breimer and the rest of the field. So can anyone try and close in here today and cut that points lead down? 15 left to figure it out in the Whisky River 150 at Charlotte. Jake West, Roger Ray, front row, Charlie Davenport, Kashawn Richardson, and the 78 of Landon Lyons, the top 5 for the green flag in the Whisky River 150. We're racing at Charlotte. Jake West carrying the momentum back to the start-finish line to lead lap 1. Ray down in line second, then the battle for third. To the inside, Charlie Davenport and Kashawn Richardson fighting tough on the outside lane through turns 1 and 2. Here comes Roger with the peak down to the bottom lane. Looking down the back stretch, Roger Ray still on the back of Jake West. The front 2 separate, then 3 wide for Landlines in the 78 down low. Charlie Davenport middle lane, and the 22 backs it out top. Jaden Jacobs 37 on the bottom. Greg Graff the 300 coming forward. And now side by side for the top spot. Ray to the inside, West to the outside. West leads lap. Ray has the inside to turn number 1. And here at Charlotte, this is a very interesting racetrack. The outside can work at points. Just depends on how your car is up there. Look at that, 4 wide for 4th. Greg Graff made the move down low, 4 wide. Now West with the crossover back for the lead. Well, this is entertaining back here. That's 4 wide for 4th. Up the racetrack, Rempel, Jacobs, Davenport to the outside wall. Now Joe Sandrovich looks low. West back to the lead. Lyons to second, Ray back to third. They sorted out the 4 wide, back down to 3 wide. And now Landon Lyons grabs second away. Roger Ray falls back to third. Look at that, 4 wide back there. Oh, that's close. Keegan Thompson in the middle of it. I believe Zach Winkle might be back here, a little bit further back. Yeah, there he is, right behind this. Trey Rainey in the middle of it. Fink up to the 3 car. Danny Bright down the 9 to the inside. 3 wide here, just outside the top 10. And Zach Winkle up top, falling back nowhere for the 25 to go. But the fronts calm down a little bit. Roger Ray back for second on Landlines. But Lyons has Nolan Rempel with him to the top side. West has led every lap so far today in Charlotte. And again, 4 wide. Oh, squeezing together that time. Danny Bright, Nicholas Valdez, Tyler Fink, and Greg Graff all coming together down the back to turn number 3. Valdez a little tight down low. Colin Teague, the 0 looks low. 4 wide again for Greg Graff. Keegan Thompson. Now back down to 3 wide. As the front few have tried to get away. Roger Ray back up to second. Now Rempel to the inside lane. He wants that spot. Jaden Jacobs in 37 down low. That's 3 wide for second. And Jake West, 11 days of every lap so far today in Charlotte, but he has had a challenge from Roger Ray. Down the backstretch, these cars clump together. There's 6 of them. Now make it 7 as Sam George has a big run to the pack. Right to the back bumper. Charlie Davenport. They're going to look 4 wide for second. Do they make it? Oh, Davenport to the inside lane. 4 wide for the second position. Clanging off each other at the start-finish line. Jaden Jacobs going to try to merge in the second position. Push for Charlie Davenport. Now Davenport looks low. And Ray trying to fight back on the top side. That's 4 wide for second down the backstretch. Look at Ray on the top. Up to the wall. He'll back out of it. Now through the middle, Jaden Jacobs carries Rumple up the racetrack. Davenport with the 9-9, the 9 behind him. Trying to come up and get by that 37. 3 wide to start finish line. Great racing at the front of the field. Davenport the 0-2 through to second. But now a challenge for Joe Sandros, 9-9. They'll look 4 wide again. But Davenport got him in line. Oh, around they go in the backstretch. That's Silas Orta. And Warren Garcia's on his side, Oslin. Racing back around 4 wide. Hooked there by Danny Bright. He saves his car. Now they're clanging off each other. West back to the caution in first with Joe Sandrowich in second. Valdez give me third. Caution is out for the first time with 7 laps to go. We'll have restarts under 5 to go here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Whisky River 150. Jake West did not want to see that. He had such a nice lead going for him. Now it's all gone because of 1 caution flag. So our first yell of the day comes out after some incredible racing in the field. Christian Vargas involved, Edwin Mendez, Juan Garcia was upside down, Silas Orta the first go around, Benny Watson as well, the 66 may have been involved. So our first yell of the day comes out, Charlotte. Let's see the reason for it. Here's the reason for the caution flag. Racing at the back of the field, they are 4 wide. Will Parrish, Silas Orta, Stephen Thompson, our last race winner, and Luke Jones to the inside right here off the corner. Orta, the 06, I think he gets a little tight up to Juan Garcia, and right here, just too far out of it, into the 8, into the 6-6. Watson goes for a spin. Bouchard gets under the 8 and flips him on his side. Luke Ray, the 2, carries him down the backstretch. Mendez and Bouchard make some contact. To the inside spinning go the 06 and the 66. And that's what brings out our first yellow of the race. Juan Garcia goes for a ride down the backstretch. I just think Orta got a little tight here, maybe in some dirty air. He got up the racetrack and was just too far gone for Garcia to save him at that point. Right there, the 8 flipped over and carried down the backstretch. Scary crash. There were some hard hits as well with that 8 tumbling and some others. Let's look again here. Tail Montoya missed that. There's Vargas taking a nasty hit to the inside with Edwin Mendez. Hit Juan Garcia at the end there. The 8 obviously could be done to 48 as well, and probably some others. So our first yellow of the day comes out. This guy did not want to see that. Jake West had been in total control at that point of the race. He has dominated at every lap. But now it's a challenge from Joe Sandros and others behind. So can Jake West hold on? Can someone get there and lead at the end of the race? We'll come back here under 5 to go in the Whisky River 150 at Charlotte. All these drivers have left to get by Jake West at 3 laps. So can they do it? Or will they battle each other on the West to get out front and lead easily? Christian Vargas, Juan Garcia, and Edwin Mendez all out from the crash. And Evan Hunter had a gearbox failure under this caution flag that's put him out of this race. 37 cars are on the lead lap on the racetrack, looking to try and win here in Charlotte. It's all led by Jake West in the 20. He's out in front. Joe Sandros, the 1 in second. Nicholas Valdez in third. Davenport 4th. Fink is 5th. The rest of the top 10 also has a shot. To the green flag. 3 laps to go. We're back green at Charlotte. Sandrovich, he got a decent start. As long as Valdez doesn't get to his back bumper. 46 with a nice run coming. Here comes Dave right to the inside of the 9. Already out of line. Everyone wanted to try and make their moves work. Sandrovich getting a push on the 46. In the draft to the 20. Now down the backstretch. Out of line for the 0-2 Davenport. Down low. That's for 3rd. Now Valdez for 2nd. That's slowing them down behind Jake West. They're going to get 3 wide. The 20 can pull away and try and win this race handily. Coming around here to 2 to go. Davenport 3 wide out of line for 2nd. But ahead of the pack is Jake West. 2 laps remain in Charlotte. Fink, Bright into the picture. Fink to the inside. 3 wide out of line, but Jake West loving it. He's pulling away. Down the backstretch, come to the white flag. Next time by. West in total control as they're 3 wide behind. Not able to gain the advantage. Off turn number 4. Jake West out in front. He'll see the white flag. Last lap at Charlotte for the 20 car. He started on the pole today. And now they're bound 3 wide behind. West lost lead for about half a lap. when Roger Ray got by, but quickly got it back. Now, down the backstretch as they're 4 wide behind for a second. West is pulled away. Davenport cleared that in turn number 3, but it's way too late to try and make a run work. Jacobs up the track. Into the 9. A few cars get the wall, but off the corner, Jake West dominates it every lap and wins the Whiskey River 150 at Charlotte. Jake West dominating performance for the 20 here today. And that 4 wide move with Jaden Jacobs on the last lap almost wiped a few cars out. However, everyone sorted it out. Everyone made it back. Jake West, though, is the victor here today in Charlotte. He dominates, leading every single lap. Let's go see the finish results from the Whiskey River 150 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Here is how they finished in the Whiskey River 150 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. 1 caution flag for 4 laps, and only 1 driver led here today. However, we had some great racing throughout the field. Jake West started from the pole, got a challenge from Roger Ray about midway through the race. However, Ray could not hold on. West did the crossover, got back to the front. He leads all 15 laps en route to victory lane here in Charlotte. Charlie Davenport ends up 2nd. Jaden Jacobs, a big move on the last lap. He ends up 3rd. Tyler Fink 4th, and Danny Bright in 5th, with Keyshawn Richardson in 6th. Joe Sandrovich 7th. Roger, a great day for him in 8th. Nicholas Valdez 9th, and Landon Lyons rounds out the top 10. We look at the top 20. Zach Winkle able to battle up in those final 3 laps up to 17th to finish. So decent day. He does lose some points out of his points, and however still over 150 point lead for the driver of the 25. So he's sitting pretty comfortable right now as we're 7 races into the season. He has over 150 point gap back to 2nd place. We look down here. 37 cars finishing running. 38th on down. Out from mechanical issues or crash damage. Evan Hunter with his gearbox under the caution flag, and Mendez, Garcia, and Vargas all out from the crash. As we now go look at the points. 7 races into the season. 7 races are in the books. Here are the point standings. Zach Winkle holds on to the points lead. He's 156 points out of Joe Sandrovich, who is currently in the 2nd position. Charlie Davenport moves up to 3rd with the 2nd place here today. Ryan Breimer 4th, and Nicholas Valdez rounds out the top 5. Jake West, a dominating win here today, moves him up to 6th. Kashawn Richardson 7th. 8th is Trey Rainey. Jaden Jacobs in 9th, and Danny Bright holds a spot inside the top 10. As we look at the top 20, it's pretty close. I mean, behind our race leader, Zach Winkle, pretty close for everyone else to try and, lose spots or gain spots. However, Winkle has just dominated early on this season. He has pulled away to a nice gap over the rest of the field, but can he hold it? We're only, we're still less than a third of the way done with the season. A lot is left to be determined. After next race at Road America, we will be just about a third of the way done, a little more than a third of the way done with the season. And you can try and start to gauge there. Stephen Thompson down to 28th with his victory last race. And look here, Roger Ray out of the last position in points. That now belongs to James Ellison, who's fallen down. He has still yet to score a top 10 along some others towards the bottom of the points list. But 7 races down, look ahead to race number 8 as we go road racing. We're going to Road America for the Scott 160. I'll see you guys then.